Hello and welcome back to part two of I'm new. Oh my god, I'm lost. What am I gonna do? Oh my god, I'm new to the scene. Where do I go? Where do I start? Where do I go? What are the stuff and the things? And there's so much with the shiny and the whippy and the spanky. Well, you're in luck. I'm gonna give you my tips and tricks from my years in the lifestyle of helping you get along with this process. So now for part one, we talked about educating yourself, and we talked about getting on FetLife and researching through there and trying to find if your area has your local community. Well, now with part two, we're going to talk about you decided, man, these people look really interesting. I want to get to know my kink community. Well, this is where you go to what we call the Munch. Now, the Munch is basically just a meeting. There's nothing fancy about it. You're not wearing your finest leathers and your most shined up latex. No. All you're doing is showing up in regular clothes and going to meet your peers of your community. Now, it's not like a judge, jury, executioner type style thing. It's more like, think of it like going to a book club or, you know, meeting up with some other like activity you might be into, like the gardening club or the auto mechanics share or the hackers group, whatever. That is basically what a munch is. It's just meeting up and getting to know each other. Now, a lot of established community members just go just so that, they can see each other and they're not at a party and everybody's dressed regular and it's like, oh, hey, how you kids? How's this? How's that? That's for the most part what a munch is. There's nothing crazy about it. It's just the community meeting you, you meeting the community. Hopefully, everybody's going to build a relationship of some sort. Now, some you'll get vetted within the first munch. Others, they may want you to come to a few just to make sure you're a good person. That's all defining what community and where you are and how they handle things. Every club is different, especially in these times. A lot of clubs are kind of closing the restriction in. So this is a good way of you showing face, showing, hey, I'm not a crazy person. Well, that kind of crazy. And, that they can gauge you out to see if you have predatory behaviors that we will talk in a later video. These are the kind of things. So you just be an honest version of yourself and get to know everybody and be like, oh, hey, what are you into? Because they're going to see you and be like, oh, new person. Now, they're not going to point at you like that. Duh. Come on, that's rude. Who would do that? Maybe me. No. I'm too nice for that. I am not Sir Lordly Darnley McPants. But I have leather pants. But I digress. Let's get back onto the subject here. So, now you've done that. Now, there will be other little things to this, but for the most part, just show up dressed regular, not your finest kink wear. Be an honest person. That's a very good thing. Have respect and manners. Hopefully, you were raised right and you have respect and manners because that gets you a long way in your community. And just be friendly, make conversation. You might not be into a small talk kind of person. I'm not either, but sometimes you got to humor it a little bit. There's, you got to do it. Hey, hasn't the weather been kind of crazy? The might involve into it, and hey, who knows? Maybe you're all about weather, and you're like, yeah, the storm pattern that's coming in, and they might be like, holy crap, this person knows their stuff. I'm going to ask them if it's going to rain tomorrow. Bet you they're going to know. That's the type of thing. So if you have something you're really good at or a passion of yours, talk about that with somebody. You might find somebody, or even if you're talking, you're like, oh, da-da-da, I like da-da-da. They're like, oh, that's not my thing. But you should talk to blah, blah, blah over there. And they really know that stuff. And who knows, you might hit off and meet a really good friend, except you're just kinky. Because I'll tell you right now, once you start really getting into the kink community, your friends kind of become the kink community. Like, your vanilla friends are there, but you tend to interact because of this lifestyle and how rewarding it really is. And the bonds and all the stuff that you make with people, you kind of tend to move towards like, oh, people of the same thought process. And that's where that comes in. So now that we got all that out of the way, you might be like, Sublime, I have such people phobia. There's no way in hell I could do that. Well, unfortunately, you have to. I mean, there's other ways. Some clubs will kind of vet people through like a social media thing, just to look at your profile and go, oh, hey, well, at least they're not a crazy racist person who loves bad things. You might be able to get in that way, but this is the way how you build the response, the respect, and you build the bonds between you and your community. And that's where the Munch really comes in. And I mean, to be honest, if you can't make it at a Munch, how are you going to survive at a party? Which is what in a few videos I'm going to be talking about. And that'll be the etiquette of that. So try your best. I can tell you a little story about myself personally. Was my first Munch, I freaked out. I drove to the place. I said, hey, I'm going to do this. And over here was everybody at that table. And over here was a bar. And I was a little like, well, let's just see their body language. So I sat at the bar. And then I had a beer to watch them. And then my social anxiety kicked in. I said, I can't do this. They look like nice people, but nope, 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 nope. And I left. And that is my first Munch experience. But then I went back to save face because I was like, there's no way I'm going to let this happen. Blah, 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 blah. And I did eventually go to the Munch and make friends and get vetted to go to a party. And now I'm still doing it all these years later. So sometimes you have to fight your anxiety to meet people, and then you're going to find out you really like them, or you're going to be like, oh, these people are horrible. I don't want nothing to do with it. And that's also your choice, but you have to do it. So with that, basically, that's it. Show up just regular, be honest, try to talk about your interest, and hopefully you'll make connections with somebody who shares the same interest with you. Be brave and make sure you can do it. And if it doesn't work the first time, try again. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their fears. And have a great time. I mean, the only other thing is, if you're going to go, at least order like a soda or something to eat, like an appetizer, because it helps everybody get back to the venue. When you order nothing, just talk to people. It doesn't look good with the venue, and the Munch has a trouble. So definitely make sure you just have a couple bucks to buy an appetizer, or just order a soda or, lemonade, whatever your choice is in life that you drink. Something like that. And just tip well. And that's it. I mean, the Munch is a really simple thing. And I hope the best. I hope everybody out there makes it, finds their local community, and gets embraced, because it's a heck of a ride once you start getting there. And you're going to learn a lot about yourself, and you're going to have a really good time. So with that, I thank you. Peace, love, and space stuff. Sir Sublime. Whew, whoa, hey, stick around. Got to talk to you for a second. So, anything you want to hear, topics, anything, on your confuser with the dibbly-doo, in the comments, leave a comment. Question, comments, concerns, all the above. I'll try my best to get back to them. And also, if you could, right here, there's going to be these two S's in a little circle. That's the logo. If you click that, that's my channel. What you can do is, after that, there's a little bell right down here. Click that. It'll give you notifications every time I make a video. Life gets in the way, but I'm trying to make at least one video a week on a topic of some sort. And with that, over here, there's going to be another tab, and it's got a video that I made. Could be the first one, could be one of the war fans. Who knows? It could be any video. It's what they think you're going to like, because, that YouTube and the AI magical thing. So if you could do that, awesome. I appreciate it. Scoop, scoop.